The return of my Coin Lady channel brings me much joy. Many of you may be asking, what does this imply for the price of these incredible digital assets, given the growing likelihood of a huge HBAR and XRP supply shock in 2025? In response to your query, I can tell you that there are some excellent things. Any asset's value will skyrocket in a situation when the supply is extremely limited and demand is extremely high. Plus, there are a bunch of reasons why I think this is going to happen very soon, which we'll cover in the video. From politics to cryptocurrencies in particular to widespread acceptance around the world, there are a lot of moving parts and big news items happening right now. This is why I want to begin by stating the obvious. There has been an uptick in Donald Trump's rhetoric on Canada's potential admission as the 51st state. The following is what he claimed in a recent Truth Social post. Many Canadians love being the 51st state. The US can no longer suffer the massive trade deficits and subsidies that Canada needs to stay afloat. Recognizing this, Justin Trudeau decided to step down as Prime Minister. No tariffs would apply if the United States and Canada were to combine. There would be a dramatic decrease in taxes, and they would be safe from the joint naval attacks by Russia and China. What a magnificent country it could become. I know this sounds silly when you bring it up in the context of cryptocurrency, but I truly believe this would be fantastic news for the industry as a whole if Canada were to formally join the US. Then it would also receive all of the pro-crypto legislation that the US currently has. Personally, I'm starting to believe that this could really come to fruition. I mean, I've had numerous conversations with Canadians, and a lot of them are very in favor of this. In addition to the obvious economic advantages of being a part of the world's leading economy, I believe that joining the United States of America would instill a renewed sense of hope and patriotism in a population that has been suffering from a lack of either for quite some time in Canada. I mean, the Canadian economy is enormous. The United States stands to gain a lot from this combination, and I believe that the Canadian or American economy would experience tremendous growth under Trump's administration. With the combined resources of the United States and Canada, cryptocurrency would be a natural fit for all inhabitants of both countries. Consequently, I believe this is an issue that warrants our focus, and Trump is clearly giving it his full attention. I wanted to quickly mention that he has already brought this up multiple times before diving into the XRP news in today's video. Thus, the sentiment towards XRP is turning optimistic. Considered by some to be a top single signal, it has even garnered attention from Fox News now. Instead, my perspective on this is slightly different. You know what? I've lived through the last 3 bull markets. Right now, I get the gist of what's happening. In my opinion, the general public does begin to understand. With the influx of retail investors and the inevitable purchase of XRP, we should expect to witness the peak of this year. I don't believe we've reached the peak just yet. This makes me think that there is still a long way to go. It appears that even those who aren't tech-savvy are getting into the Bitcoin game. Lots of people who weren't previously interested in crypto are jumping on the crypto bandwagon and giving it their full attention, thanks in large part to the government's shifting stance on the subject. In my opinion, we should treat this matter very seriously. Well, it's clear that Ripples are taking it seriously, making a slew of huge improvements that will greatly aid the DeFi ecosystem's expansion. As a matter of fact, the most recent development is that Chainlink and the Ripple team have formally joined forces to enhance the RLUSD stablecoin. This will be achieved by utilizing Chainlink's real-time price data for secure DeFi transactions on Ethereum and the Ripple ledger. You can automate a lot of processes and do a lot of new DeFi applications with Chainlink, an incredible smart contract platform. Just as Chainlink utterly transformed Ethereum smart contracts, it is on the verge of doing the same to the XRP ledger. Just what is the significance of this? As soon as word gets out, a slew of developers will begin integrating with the XRP ledger, creating new DeFi ecosystems that the public can take advantage of, and ultimately increasing the XRPL's practicality and usefulness. In my perspective, Ethereum's development success was due in large part to the fact that Chainlink allowed them to access previously inaccessible opportunities, which ultimately led to billions of dollars more in volume. The ecology of Chainlinks is enormous. I mean, it's massive, and the fact that Ripple is teaming up with them is really monumental. Both ecosystems will gain greatly from this, and I'd love to see Ripple take the lead in cryptocurrency development once again, just like Ethereum did in each of those prior cycles. This is just remarkable. Also, Wall Street betting has started talking about XRP, so it's getting some mainstream attention. At the moment, XRP is being propelled into orbit at an astronomical rate by all of the leading news media channels, which have billions of followers. Wall Street bets, for instance, amount to about 1 million. These days, XRP is getting a lot of attention and discussion. Also, I believe you should. A huge influx of retail investors, particularly through exchange-traded funds, ETFs, is poised to hit XRP, in my opinion. I adore the HBAR bull, and he produces a lot of HBAR content, so we'll talk about ETFs shortly. Just put out a video discussing HBAR ETFs. Tokens, exchange-traded funds, Solana, XRP, TOKFs. And here's the thing. Everyone believes that XRP will be the next ETF, especially with its recent growth, correct? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. What with XRP, ETFs on the horizon, and mainstream media like Fox News discussing cryptocurrencies. And here we have the ideal storm. On one hand, we have the elderly and those who aren't very tech-savvy, but still tune into Fox News, and on the other, they will soon witness the debut of an XRP ETF, and a HBAR ETF. Following Bitcoin's disastrous run, they want to rush into such ETFs in the hopes of getting in early and making a killing. On top of that, a plethora of new individuals will suddenly become the only custodians of XRP. In my opinion, these ecosystems will attract billions of dollars. Considering the impact on Bitcoin, I believe it would have been wise to acquire a HBAR and XRP prior to the launch of these ETFs. In a nutshell, the debut of their ETF caused Bitcoin's price to skyrocket. I also expect XRP and HBAR to follow suit. Indeed, I anticipate even greater adoption of these two projects due to the fact that, let's be honest, the technology underlying them is head and shoulders above the competition. Another thing that stands out is how well HBAR has been performing, much surpassing the market average. Additionally, prominent media outlets have taken notice of it due to this. My video would not have been seen without you. When you're done, hit that subscribe button and let me know what you think.